I'm Kate Ward, and this is your smart gardening tip. What are we talking today? We're talking trees and all the reasons that you should plant one and do it today. Because the thing about trees, they take a little time to get like what you see here. And what a beautiful backdrop I have. Across the pond, we have maple trees. I have a locust tree that has that little bit of light green on it. Behind, blowing in the wind, are the big sort of droopy looking trees. Those are weeping willows. Above the weeping willows, way in the distance, kind of waving their little leaves, that's a type of maple. And as we come across the yard in the background, you'll see there's more trees, and I'm actually underneath the willow today. So there's just an example of what trees do, because look at how it closes in that space. But why would you plant a tree? So what's in it for you besides a beautiful backdrop? Well, when it comes to cities, it actually makes them more livable. Some of the most wanted cities to live in have big, old, urban forests. So it's actually the trees that are in a city that are urban that create that forest, and it actually brings in wildlife. So it adds life to a city. Birds, squirrels, insects like butterflies and that kind of thing. There's a lot of critters that actually need trees to survive. Think of all your birds that nest in them. Actually, there's a bunch of butterfly caterpillars that will feed off willow leaves, for instance. They need that part of the cycle, so you're helping with that. Now, beyond that, there's been studies that show that trees actually reduce stress just by their very nature of being. So how wonderful is that? And on top of that, they're good for the environment. So we'll talk about their economic value in 1 second here, but how are they good for the environment? Well, they actually produce oxygen. So sweet, giant canopy of giving oxygen, and I breathe oxygen, so that's handy. They also reduce that carbon footprint by absorbing carbon and store it in their bark. So that's taking it out of the environment in general to get rid of it. Their roots, they go down into the soil, and they actually can help to filter water. They can actually slow down sediment if we have, say, a rain event. Next to a thing like this pond, it'll actually, those roots that are on the edge of the pond will actually clean some of that water as the plant takes up its nutrients that it needs. So there's all of that. If we have a big storm, the canopies of the trees will slow it down. Evergreens and trees in general can help reduce noise pollution. They help soil compaction by slowing down raindrops. There's all these great things that trees do for our environment. Now, what do they do for our homes? Well, planted on the south side, a deciduous tree like this guy that loses its leaves, so it gives us great fall color, by the way. In the summer, it adds shade, so it cools my house. In the winter, it drops its leaves, so it lets the sunlight in to be warmer. So those are a couple of things right there that trees do for us. Plus you get flowers on a lot of trees. We have a smaller variety of trees called ornamentals, and they bloom. I mean, come on, flowers, ladies, yay! So those have just been a couple of things to make you love trees as much as I do. Plant them for the future, plant them for the kids, memories and memorials and everything. That's why I love trees. We hope you do too. This has been your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip.